Oh, happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to the bait shop. What is going on right there? I don't know what Mr. Hooks and Hammocks is showing us there. That was kind of awkward. I'm not going to lie.
A little bit weird.
Mr. Dockery is teaching one of his classes tonight. Mr. Josh is coming and hanging out with us. And, after, 3.5, 4 days of Chris, I just didn't have enough and said, why don't you come on tonight and conversate with me if you can stay awake.
He paid me.
There we go.
I did. I gave him 2 Reese cups before we left.
That's true.
Hey,
Yep.
I like Reese's cups.
Well, were you there when we departed ways this morning? No, you were not.
No, but I was there the other night, and I'm sure those Reese's cups were there.
They were. We had planned on making Reese peanut butter s'mores,
Ooh,
but
I've
we
heard
never
those.
got to it because none of us remembered anything to poke marshmallows with. And we were all too lazy to go the 50 yards to the woods to get sticks.
I was going to say it'd be nice if these things called trees would grow and they have sticks.
It was too hot to tromping through those woods, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, they ain't no kidding.
Yeah, it was pretty warm down there this weekend or this week. I keep it's so weird saying week because I'm used to be at work but took vacation. We got Miss Betty Jeans driving and listening. Mr. Tim Molina. Seen muskrats in there and catfish and crappie, and that's it. Light crowd tonight. Hey, there's Brittany Hawkins just popped in. One of my former employees that's a trader. John Patrick Jr. And of course, how could anybody forget? Like Mark does every show. My wife Dee. What did
Hey,
Mark just
Fishing
say
with the
about
Chat is
me?
live.
Oh, did you finally get the alert?
Yeah.
Hold on. Tim, do you remember when Chad and I used to be friends? Mark, I'm actually wearing your hat tonight, dude. Come on. I mean, it's the only one I had left halfway clean after the week that we had. But
I'd have turned the camera around. There's somebody trying to put a jet ski on a boat trailer and not having real good luck with it. It's kind of funny to watch.
Yeah. What are we fishing for, Josh?
Yeah, well,
We're fishing for whatever a bite. I've just got me an old bluegill rig and a butterworm on there. And we come up with one bluegill so far. So
very nice.
we're going to use them as bait tomorrow probably.
Butterworm sounds delicious.
Yeah.
You just like butter.
Get butter.
I heard about a pecan pie for about 4 hours.
Oh, man, those sound good.
Oh, my goodness.
After he took us on the world's longest road trip to go to a grocery store.
That was your fault.
That was not my fault.
It was you made me get the GPS coordinates too late. That's why it took us the long way.
Here goes my this again. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Let me try that. Mr. David Brian B. Brian B's going down tomorrow night. Going down, Brian B.
I don't know about that. Got some tough competition tomorrow night.
Have some faith in me. I mean, I did take you out on the main part of Lake Barkley.
That's why I don't have any faith in you.
And I showed you exactly what not to do.
That's for sure.
I already thought you knew what to do. So I figured we needed a lesson on what not to do.
Yeah, well, that was a very good lesson. You succeeded in that lesson. A+.
So, if you remember when Josh and Christina and the kids stopped by, he was telling us, showing us on this map these 3 islands.
Yeah.
And he said, go across and just drag up towards those 3 islands, blah, blah, blah. So you realize that Josh sabotaged us.
Yeah. He knew it was
Oh,
full of
man.
snags. I think we spent every bit of 45 minutes, nothing but snags. Get all the
Oh,
poles out.
man.
Every one of them are snagged. Reel them all back in.
Oh, that sounds like when I try to drag.
You know, I get snagged every once in a while on the Ohio when I'm dragging, but nothing like I did on Barkley.
Well,
That was,
Barkley's just they flooded the forest.
yeah.
The trees are still there.
Well, we went out actually to the main river channel where it used to be just the Cumberland before they flooded. They built the dam and flooded it all there.
Right.
And we were dragging right on those ledges between 35 and 50 feet. And we were marking some monstrous looking fish down there. But those monstrous looking fish turned out to be monstrous something else's. And
Oh, man.
I mean, they were huge. They had to have been like boulders and old sycamore trees and stuff.
It was something.
You never know what you're going to find down there. You can find foundations from houses and everything else where they didn't give anybody any warning or any choice when they flooded that.
Well, you could tell me we're talking about it too when we were coming back through it that morning, talking about all the creek beds that they have lined out on the Navionics map and stuff, that they dammed it off and then just flooded all of that. But
Oh, yeah, they didn't waste no time on it.
I mean, you could tell it's got some great fish in it. It's just figuring out the best method. And we was only out there about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we may have done a lot better if we would have suspended versus dragging, but
I was hoping I was going to hear that Chris got you out on a kayak is what I was hoping that I would hear.
you know, I begged and pleaded. Chad, where's the polar bear? That's a whole different the Chad. That is not the Chad. That's just the Chad. He might come in. I don't know. He every once in a while he says hi. Want to be outdoors and Sampy, what's going on? But I begged and pleaded and begged and pleaded. Even Telly was going to let me use her kayak. But Chris said no.
God.
He is not allowed to use anything of ours.
Man.
Not true.
He even scolded her when she made me a cup of coffee. I thought, that's so rude. He said, yeah, I'm the boss around here.
She made you a cup of coffee?
Oh, that's not what you was scolding.
She wasted coffee on you?
Well, she used my coffee.
Oh, okay. Well.
But I did use your water.
Well, I won't tell you where that water came from.
That's all right. You still don't know if I really did or did not pee in the side of your truck.
Yeah, I know. It smells kind of funny in there. But that is one thing that I learned, spending 3.5 days with Chad in 90+ degree heat, no showers, his smell didn't change.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right. Well, Philip Williams, what's going on? Maple Street Aquatics. It's a new one. Nice to see you. Oh, and since I haven't even had a chance to tell Mark yet, there was a heartbreaking story that came out of the
Wait. I need to get my tissues ready, right?
You might tell me when you're ready, brother, because this is heartbreaking.
I'm ready.
Okay, everybody brace yourselves. So Alyssa and I decided to go try to catch some bait. We were going to go throw the cast net, and we went up into the bay a little bit, and it was a great father and daughter moment where she was driving the boat, couldn't be in position to throw the net. And we went all through, and we went back to get D. What's going on, setting hooks? And we went, picked up D, and we headed back out, and D, or Alyssa finally tells Dee that her hat flew off like an hour ago, and she didn't say anything, or half hour, 45 minutes beforehand, and didn't say anything to me. So somewhere, either in an eagle's nest or at the bottom of Lake Barkley, lies a catfishing crappie hat. It may or may never be seen again.
Man.
But it may make a home. Yes. Dum, dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. What a sad, sad moment in YouTube history that a symbol such as the catfishing crappie hat has sunk to such lows.
But let's look at the positive side of this. If that thing sunk to the bottom of the lake, it's probably going to be preserved forever.
Mm-hmm.
And someday, somebody's going to pull that up.
That is true.
You know, it could be a catfish spawning hole next year.
You know what could happen? That hat might sit there until the right person catches a flathead with it in its mouth or wearing it.
Wearing it.
And they go, catfishing crappie, what's that? And they do a search, and all of a sudden, catfishing crappie hits new heights, new subscribers.
Yep.
Get the ticket for littering.
And then he'll get a ticket for littering.
That's how the world works.
Pretty much. Ernie Brownie, Chrissy Brown, Palmetto, what's going on? Shanti Outdoors. I did not take it off of her head. I didn't even notice. I thought she just took it off. We went out and she was wearing the hat. And then, we're out. She's driving me around and stuff on the boat. And
well, now
I just thought she took it off.
That brings up a good point, because when you guys got back, she was noticeably shaken from that event. And I thought, man, she must have really liked that hat. But now Ernie brings up a good point. Maybe it was you, and you just scolded her so bad that's why she was upset.
Nah, I would never. I mean, honestly, in honor, I almost threw mine in there. just so she didn't feel that bad,
Yeah.
So, lost one of my own. I didn't know you lost one on your own live streams there, Mark. Robert Andrews, what's going on? Brian B. Mark, don't cry. I will win tomorrow with your hat on. Brian B. No. Brian B. Ernie Brown going down. Stan the man. He going down. Fishing chick. I ain't scared. Well, I'm a little scared of fishing chick. I ain't gonna lie. But I do have D on my boat tomorrow night, so.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, got to be better than you.
Well,
I mean,
the only one I saw catch fish on your boat was D.
That is no, yeah, well, that's because you was
and
that's because you was over there yelling, fish on, fish on.
No,
there was no fish on.
No, she caught that fish when I came up to your boat in the kayak.
That was the first
I
one.
brought that fish to your boat.
I don't know about all that luck.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's exactly how it happened.
I think the luck was because Josh and Christina, Caitlin, and Chadwick James were on their way. And the fish were getting excited.
That was definitely a highlight of the trip. I will admit that.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I mean, they showed up. We had, when I first got there, when me and the girls got there, Katie Collins and Kentucky Catfish Hunter, they were there. So it was pretty cool. Got to meet them for the first time. But, Josh wouldn't have came down there if it wasn't for me. He wasn't coming to see you.
Oh, man.
They were coming to see D.
Shut up, Josh. Catch a fish.
I'm trying.
I will say that it was cute because D got the whole Chadwick James, aka some other name. But yeah, D didn't. Christina was giving D the look, and like, "Are you gonna give me my baby back ever?" And D was like, "No."
I don't know, but I mean, you know, H and H Dunnigan sounds pretty good too. So
No, it's not going to be Marcus Lyle or Betty B or anything like that. It's Chadwick James for life. I mean, I've already sent an email with a 2-page letter to the state of Illinois in petition to have the baby's name officially changed to the proper name.
I hope in that letter you asked him to give me some of my money back.
And they'll probably charge you $9 a letter.
I will say I invoiced them $9 per email letter. Page.
$9 per word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't nothing free in Illinois.
I can attest to that.
Oh, Parker Pursuits is in here. Gabby's dad. Panfish Nation. What's up, Lyle?
There's Jerry Parker.
Yeah, he's still wondering what happened to his invite.
I don't remember sending out invites, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably why your hat went in the lake, is because Melissa was trying to email you, airmail you an invitation with your hat.
There we go.
5.9 earthquake just hit California. Uh-oh.
Oh, no kidding.
LG Tomcat, what's going on, buddy? And I will apologize for the shaking, guys. My laptop, I'm using my phone right now because my laptop, for some reason, the camera's just real fuzzy and stuff, and Chris was crying about it all freaking week. So I'm going to see if I'm trying to figure out if I can hook up my GoPro 9 or if I can get another external camera to go with the computer to use, because I don't want it to be all. I mean, it's already ugly enough with me up here, so
that's for
I don't
sure.
want it to be worse. There's Chad
I
Nolte.
wasn't crying. I was just letting you know that it used to look great, like it does now.
It's very. I mean, when it's clear, I look freaking phenomenal. So I want to make sure. Yeah.
Kind of second guessing pointing it out to you. Maybe we should have left it fuzzy.
Appreciate you too, Brad. What's going on, Avid? What a boy.
I may have to go mute. Dogs are going crazy. Hang on.
That's all right. But no, we had a good fun week. We left Monday and came back today. Chad breaks cameras. Now Roger's picking on me. What the hell? Oh, we were boys too. But
it was an awesome week, though. It really was.
Besides, I mean, it was hot. But the only bad thing about the whole week was the flies. The biting flies just tore the heck out of us. But other than that, I mean, we got on a couple fish. They were all smaller and stuff like that. But I enjoyed just getting out in there and relaxing. And if you want a place where you really don't have to worry about having cell phone service, you're going to really want to kind of disconnect, go to Land Between the Lakes. Because
yeah,
I ain't kidding.
I mean, I could literally be sitting here. What? I could be sitting here with 5G and go like this and have like zero coverage again. It was just like unreal how bad the service was the whole time. While Chris was like, "Yeah, I've got Verizon in it."
Oh, who do you have, Ted?
Yeah, I had service at the camps. Go ahead.
I was asking Chad who he had as a service provider, because we had Verizon and it wasn't great, but we at least had service.
Yeah,
we used to have Verizon. We went to Sprint years back, and they got bought out by T-Mobile now, and the service is just, if you're not in a major city, it seems like you're very spotty to have service. So
Yeah, we had service right there in that bay, but as soon as we left the bay, especially like when you and I went out on the water, I didn't have anything on the main
and
body.
that surprised me. I mean, because when we went out there, we was right down from that massive bridge that goes across it, and you would think that being right where we actually had pretty good service up that way, and we just lost it. So
that's right, Betty. You were one of the few that he got a chance to talk to in that little circle of service he had.
You're Mr. S. Stan Perez, what's going on? But
Hey, Chunky.
it's like when I got service, I just got flooded with all the alerts from messengers and text messages and stuff, and then I would go to reply. My mom and dad both had texted me, and trying to reply to them, it took like an hour for me to finally get a message to go through to send out to them.
Yeah, I was really surprised. When you did get service, I was surprised how many haters you have sending you all those text messages.
Why are you surprised?
Well, I shouldn't be, but it was a lot.
J-Dog in the house. J-Dog, I might call you after this. I got a question for you.
You leave J-Dog alone. J-Dog's awesome.
Hey, J-Dog's my boy. Actually, he's one of the other few that I actually got to talk to while I was down there for a minute. So, Josh, where are you fishing at tonight?
Oh, I'm out at Crab Orchard tonight. I pulled in over
Crab
at
Orchard?
Yeah, I'm at Crab Orchard at the Hickory Tree Boat Ramp. They've got a couple spots over here that aren't usually too bad for bank fishing.
Good.
But
now that's the one you said they're dropping, isn't it?
The algae is.
Yeah,
they are dropping Crab Orchard. They started. That's the one that they're dropping 1 inch per day until they drop it 4 foot. So it's going to be
an important message I had to answer there.
Yeah, it's not going to be long for this. Isn't going to be really.
Calm down. Go ahead.
Let's see here. They're dropping this one. They're going to drop it. They're going to drop it 4 foot when they're finished, and keep it that way through spring. So,
how big and deep is that lake normally?
It's a good sized lake, but it's not very deep. You go out in the middle of it, you may only be in 12 feet of water.
Oh,
so
wow.
So there's going to be a lot of spots that are just completely dry.
Yeah, because 4 foot to me is relative. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a lot, but 4 feet to somebody like Chris, he's like, oh my God, that's like 2 of me.
Oh, man.
Why?
Hey,
why
do you know how creepy it is to wake up at 5:15 in the morning with a garden gnome looking into the side of your tent going, Chad, wake up.
I sound like the leprechaun. You remember that movie?
Woke up on time.
He did kind of look like a little leprechaun.
If you would have woke up when you said you were going to wake up, I wouldn't have been over there.
Hey, all I asked was for extra 15 minutes. Leave me alone. J-Dog, I see you text me, but I'm actually using my phone to stream with, so I can't open them up. Yeah, meet and greet. We will be up that way.
That's coming up real soon, in a couple of weeks.
I think it's the 24th.
24th, I think, is what
I think it's at Rocky Fork Lake in Ohio. Huh? Yeah, 24th. So, the only reason we're going is, because it's Ohio, we really wouldn't go, but Betty and Brandon, they always beg us. Roger wasn't even going to tell me about it. So, but Chrissy and Ernie, they're good people. They really wanted us to go. So they're like, it would be such an honor to have people of your caliber show up to this. It would really elevate everything. So where he's like, we're always happy to oblige our fans, just like we did with Hooks and Hammocks when they invited us and not Mark to Land Between the Lakes.
Yeah, next time you guys go down there, you gotta make reservations ahead of time. Go to Patty's, eat dinner there, like we were telling you. That place is awesome.
Is that the one you drive your boat up to, or?
No, that was Hugh B's there on the top end of Barclay Lake. Patty's is there in Grand Rivers. It's kind of a nicer little restaurant done up like a 1800s settlement. But I mean,
okay. I think I saw a sign for that.
Yeah, you go there, get a pork chop. It'll be about 2.5, 3 inches thick. So
nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. Get on there, check out their pies. They make that meringue on that pie. That thing will be 12 inches tall when they're done.
Oh man.
Yeah, they've got good food down there.
Hey, Parker Pursuits. I don't know. I haven't seen Mo Creek in here yet tonight, but you can let him know that Chris and Telly did not find it. That's all we'll leave it at. You guys should know what we're talking about. But they did not find it.
It's all a scam.
And and Josh was there. There's no telling what could have been there. You might find later on, because Josh is.
We might have put some stickers out.
Josh is pretty sneaky.
The only time he ever left was when he went down to the lake.
In the dark, where it was like almost to where you couldn't see him, and he might have used his ninja stealthness and the cuteness of the baby to distract you. And he was down by there by your kayak. Just saying.
If there's something there, Telly will find it.
I'm just saying he was within inches of your kayak and used the baby's distraction.
Yeah.
To make you not think about it.
So you didn't have people passing you this time and looking over and laughing and.
No, but if you put something on there, I hope you put it on good, because that rainstorm we drove through, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, we had a good one here earlier today too. So
it looked like it was going to here. It got really dark here, but then all of a sudden, because I was actually planning on maybe sitting outside. It's so cool out now, and I think tomorrow's only going to be in the high in the 70s. So cold front's moving in, and I was like, man, I might sit outside. All of a sudden, the sky got dark, and I was like, nah, I'm going back in the house.
I kind of questioned it on my way out here, because I got down there and had gotten a few raindrops, and I said, well, here we go. But so far, so good. Well, I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna get rained on by the end of it. But
in Ohio right now, visiting our family. The James River, huh?
Wow.
Can't wait to get out there one of these days.
Mm-hmm.
We would have went this week, but again, Chris begged. And then it was like, but Telly really wants you guys. I said, oh, okay. If Telly wants us to come, we'll come.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it went, yeah.
Yeah. Telly's a sweetheart. I really did enjoy, hanging out with you guys, though.
It was a great time.
Even if you didn't like my driving.
Oh, God. Josh, have you ever ridden with Chad?
I have never ridden with the Chad, no.
Don't. Just don't.
It's that bad, huh?
Dude, I even put on a rock concert for him.
That's why it's that bad.
I serenaded them.
Yeah. That's part of why it was so bad.
Some kind of soft rock, or
it doesn't matter. Whatever he's singing is awful.
Oh, I saw a little Garth Brooks, a little Bob Seger. There's two stands. I mean, that stands for second place stand. That's the best we have the chance of doing for tomorrow night.
Oh man!
When the Chad and D. I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna sound like Hulk Hogan, but like, what you gonna do, brother?
That actually wasn't too bad, Chad.
That was actually pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm like the Hulk Hogan of fishing. I mean, I wasn't going to brag, but I am like the Hulk Hogan of fishing. Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
I think I'm.
Hold on one second.
There
I
we
got to
go.
change my settings again. There we go.
Ow.
What are you trying to do?
Really low. Hi.
There you go.
How you guys doing?
Hi, Dee.
Are you going to do the?
I'm going to do the, hey, Stan, you weren't just a bridesmaid. You were the maid of honor. So I hope you like pink taffeta.
I do believe that is her way of talking smack to you, Stan. I have no idea what it meant, but it was so awesome.
Oh, and Brian B., no catfish and crappie here for you. It's mine.
Don't make her put on her hooks and hammocks hoodie too. She
Yeah,
will.
that's where the luck is.
Shut up, Parker.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. So yeah, those sites and stuff were hoping. Yeah, I don't know if anybody watched earlier, but Chris and Kelly went live. After we left, they went back to the nature preserve and watched look for bison because we went there the day before and all we could find was elk.
All those things are that elk and bison farm. That's a cool place.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
pretty
pretty
cool.
neat. But I didn't know they had different types of deer down there where we were at, and when we left, we saw those was it 3 or 4 of them right there. Those fallow deer.
Fallow
I'd
deer,
never
yep.
heard of them before.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's pretty cool too, having those right there in the campground.
yeah, because I thought that one was a piebald.
Yeah. When Telly came to me this morning and said, she goes, I think I saw a partial albino, and I was like a piebald deer, and she's like, yeah. And then when we saw them later, I was like, that's not whitetail. Those are, I couldn't remember the name of them, so we looked them up. They were the fallow deer.
Yeah. Well, when we
Chad,
do what?
I was going to ask if you ever found the big muddy monster or whatever that was down there by the water going crazy the other night.
Nah, I swear I still think to this time that was Abbott or one of his relatives. It definitely sounded like a Sasquatch wannabe something.
I'll tell you, I haven't checking on him.
But yeah, it was at 4:30 in the morning to wake up to something like that. It wasn't a fish. There was definitely something down there that was grizzly sounding.
I think you were dreaming.
Do what?
So I think you were dreaming.
You're breaking up. You're kind of lagging.
Oh, I said I think you were dreaming.
Oh, it could have been, but you never know. What's Sean T say? I hate doing it. I even had this open and I forgot about it. But yeah, once we got past those deer there, we went down a little ways further. You guys had turned, I guess, another way. We went down. There was like it was almost solid black deer like that.
Really?
It was real tiny, but it was solid black.
Yeah, the fallow deer don't get very big.
Yeah, but I like when I was looking at them and I sent you and Telly that message, their antlers looked like they looked pretty cool.
Yeah, they got palmated antlers. They're pretty cool antlers.
Yeah, they kind of look like reindeer. Lyle would get excited. Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
Since we're what are we, about a week away?
Yeah, we're just over a week away. It'd be a week Saturday then.
Yeah, won't you Give us the rundown on who all is getting beat by D and I again.
Oh well, okay. I
You
thought you
still
were going to ask
finishing
me.
that up?
Thought you were going to ask me a list of who all was in, so that was going to be difficult because I'm standing out here without the list. But who you're going to beat? That's okay. I can't think of
Remember,
anybody.
D is listening.
Now I said who you're going to beat. No, I ain't messing with D. No, we've got the summer pool party tournament that is coming up next Saturday, the 17th of July, from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Quick rundown. It's going to
Central
be
Time.
the U and D, me and Rob of Mo Creek. My buddy Heath, he's fishing with Jerry from Parker Pursuits. You've got Ernie and Chrissy Brown fishing. Roger, Muskrat Adventures. Skip Stewart, I said Clearview Outdoors. If I mess this up, I apologize. I'm trying to do this from my head. And
We know that's been hit a lot, so
it's at least got hit one good time. Norm Catfish Headhunters. There's another one in there, and I can't think of what it is. I think we had one back out this afternoon. So yeah, I think that pretty well covers it there.
all right. All right. Skip
Definitely gonna be
tough. Jerry Parker, he's not.
Jerry Parker.
He don't scare me. Downtown Ernie Brown. Roger, nah. No, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we got this one in the bag too. We might be back-to-back weekend champs. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know how you got Big Spoon, Little Spoon
Careful.
split up.
That is true.
Well, the trick to it is neither one of them had a boat that they wanted to take out onto the Ohio River, and so I think if I remember right, Jerry was supposed to go to Florida, and he decided not to, or he's delayed it or something. But I asked Rob. I said, if you want to fish it with me, you fish out of my boat. Well, then Jerry come in and said, he's like, hey, I ain't going to Florida. I'm going to be able to fish. And so I found him spot on my buddy's boat. And this ought to be kind of interesting there. So
yeah. Well, I mean, if Mendota's any proof, he does okay on other people's boats because they put him on the fish.
True.
Yeah, that's true. And we may or may not have something planned for him. You know, they're launching at the same ramp we are. So
Ernie seems to. I don't know. I don't know. The only little man that I know of here is Chris. So what did you say, Chris, that you're making Ernie mad?
He's not talking to me.
I mean, from where I'm standing, Ernie was looking at you going, oompa, loompa, oompa, doompa. I mean, you are bright orange right now, bro.
Well, I have a red shirt on and a orange hat.
Is that same one you wore all week?
Yes. Telly liked the way I smelled so much. She didn't even want me to take a shower when I got home. She's like, you got that manly musk going on. I want you to keep that.
And she's like, stay in the other room.
yeah.
Yeah, J-Dog's on the Ohio right now watching the bait shop. 4 and 30 minutes.
He's sending me pictures of all these fish that you're not going to catch.
You might be right, but you might be very, very wrong, Kyle.
You never know. I don't talk no trash about no lives. You don't, because that's a good way to get stuck.
I might go to a top secret location that nobody is allowed to know about.
And we don't have any pay lakes over here. You don't get to fish a pay lake.
That's right.
Is that in your rules, Josh?
Actually, no, it wasn't in there, but I should have used it is now.
That was like one of the first modifications to the rules that I made for the couples tournament that everybody should be listening and taking note of is no pay lakes.
No pay lakes. It was Dockery was wanting to fish hatchery or something, if I remember right.
You might want to look at
No,
Parker
yeah.
Pursuit's
After
comment.
I said that, he said it's not that, it's a hatchery. And I said, same daggone thing. You're not allowed to, because that, Dockery has connections. And
You might want to look at Parker's comment.
Jerry already was in trouble.
what's going on?
Jerry causing trouble.
I said you might want to look
Jerry,
at Parker's
old
comment.
Parker Pursuit. Yeah, he's threatening to put raw chicken in my boat.
Chicken don't catch nothing but dinks. But if you got to put some fish in the boat, at least the dinks will bite some chicken.
Well, that is true. We didn't get anything good in that video, but
That's
we
right.
got fish.
I can't believe that one trip to Mendota made you, with Jerry Parker, made you do a chicken video.
I know. I had to.
If you would have seen the side of Jerry Parker that we as in me, Dee, Betty, and Brandon saw on the way home, that was white. That was some white meat that chicken couldn't even. I can't. Oh, maybe that I probably had to try sleeping last night and had nightmares, flashbacks of Jerry Parker encounters on the highway.
Oh, I bet. I heard about that.
I am literally the only one in here that ain't. Gabby's dad's no longer a mod. Let me fix that. Add moderator. Put user in timeout.
Okay. Who just got in timeout?
Watch out, the Chad. Not only am I coming for you, downtown Ernie Brown going to school us all. You know what? Bring it on. Larry the cable guy on 3+1 thinks that he's going to show us all what's going on too, but I'm calling that I don't see it happening. I'm going to win that executive suite at the Crown Plaza, and that's all there is to it. You, Stan, if you want to do your thing and target the smallest fish, that's fine. But Dee and I are probably going to get skunked. I mean, I'm just. Anyway, it was the brightest moon in Wisconsin. That's it. Let's see. I'm fishing no electronics, just catching them on instincts. Stan, who are you fishing with tomorrow night? You going out on Green Machine's boat, or who you got? What kind of secrets you ain't telling us? I just thought of something. We got to keep. I might have to message Palmetto and get some last minute rules added, because I don't remember seeing that you can't charter.
Ooh.
Man, yeah. I got to modify my rules. I just thought about that. No fishing charters.
That's a good
Hey, what's
idea.
going on, Valerie? Stan, that's how gangsters roll. Been trying to learn. That's right, Ernie Brown. I'm from the right side of the river.
Yeah, he's from Kentucky, Ernie.
Yeah.
Takes him a while.
I'm a little slow. It's okay. Let's see. Me and Adam Cook are in the next one. And what's the next one? Is that the Catch and Cook? I don't know which one you're talking about, Mark. Yeah, Mark might do the bushcraft. I would, but I heard I'd have to build something, and I'd end up cutting a tree down on top of my head.
I was going to do it, and then I asked Kevin if it was like Naked and Afraid, and he said no, and I said that took all the fun out of it. So I said, well, if you're going to take the fun out,
I bet Jerry Parker's doing that one then. He'd have been all over that one.
That's not right.
Mark says no bushcraft for him. He likes hotels. Dream scene is down on the curve. Several people are fighting over the opportunity to fish with him.
Wow.
They skin and scales. Hey, look at there. We got fish caught on live YouTube. That's what we're talking about. This is now a fishing video.
It's now a fishing video because there's fish in it.
That's right.
And actually not a
This is a pretty decent sized bluegill.
not a bad little bluegill here.
Hey, drive that thing down to land between the lakes, and there'll be one in there.
Yeah, but you gotta have two.
That's true.
You could have saved that one from earlier.
I did save the one from earlier. This one's getting ready to go in the cooler also. Give me a second.
There was some massive fish jumping down there, wasn't there?
Well, we had that one carp right beside the boat, looked like a dolphin.
Yeah.
Porpoising like a dolphin. That thing was huge. I think that was a big head carp.
I don't know. Well, last night when we took that just pleasure cruise out, when you went over there and was fishing, we went out and I took girls up the river a little bit and on the main part of it. And we turned around and came back because we were losing daylight. And Alyssa's like, there's a fish that keeps jumping. And I'm like, my first instinct was we had just had something hit the side of the boat. Like a fish was trying to jump, but he hit the side of the boat. And I went, at first I'm like, was that a stump or something that hit the boat or what? And all of a sudden she's like, there's fish in the waves and they're jumping. And I'm like, oh great, here comes the Asian carp.
Yeah.
I said, keep your head clear because the fish will jump in. And I said I had to get real serious. Like, listen to me. I am not in a jokey mood now. Be very safe with these fish around.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit by one of those things.
I was like, I do not want you to turn into Josh Dunnigan with all the head injuries.
I didn't know you had that gear, Chad, where you're not joking.
What is it?
I said, I didn't know you had that gear where you're not joking.
When it comes to my family's safety, Chad will switch on that one.
Well, that's good to know.
Speaking of panfish, yeah, they're doing an open mic night on Panfish Nation right after this here in about 13 minutes.
Open mic night.
That doesn't mean singing, Chad.
Yeah, Chad could sing.
No, he can't.
I have the voice of an angel. It's like a mix between baby Jesus and Fergie.
You have the voice of a wounded seal or something.
You know what? I want my Reese cups back.
I already ate them. They were delicious.
Hey, real Bill.
Dad, haven't you been called by people who've heard you, like they called you the songbird of your generation or something like that?
Yeah, I have been called the songbird of my generation.
It was like you were out of your body watching yourself sing.
I was.
You want to go to the garage and do karate?
Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
Oh my God. I don't know why this just reminded me. It was like we got there Monday, and I think it was Tuesday morning. I heard that crash in the water about 4:30. I got up about 20 after 5. I fell back asleep and got up, and I mosey out and went to the restroom, and I went down by the water to sit in my chair, and I had my keys in my pocket, and I reached in my pocket to grab the keys, and I hit the panic alarm at 5:20 in the morning, and the campground it's going off. I can't get the keys out of my pocket. I finally get them and turn it off. And look, he's a madman with them now. He got excited saying Panfish Nation was getting ready to have an open mic.
Oh, I just know my wife's probably sitting at home watching. I know she likes catching these things.
Yeah, it's funny you're bluegill fishing right now, but you won't ever take her. But that's a different story.
That's for a different night.
But I'm sitting here, I'm fumbling. I finally get that daggone alarm turned off, And all of a sudden, here comes, all I see is Chris pokes his head around his tent in his truck. I was like, sorry
Yeah.
about that.
That's how you know rookie campers set their
Mhm.
car alarms off. Uh-oh, Josh, she's watching.
She is watching. Christina says, I am, and I saw that. Parker can't believe I gave up any type of food.
Jerry, he actually made some cheeseburgers for us. They were really good.
I made cheeseburgers, cheddar dogs,
Yeah.
and smoked brats that night. And then the next
He
day,
even gave me some of his bacon.
I did give you some of the bacon. I shared.
Telly made campfire pizza.
Oh, that was delicious.
That sounds good. I've never had that.
That will be a future must-have at any camping trip that I do, is a campfire pizza like she made.
Yeah, and it's super easy too, you know.
Yeah, you could have actually even cooked it.
I probably could have made that.
Skin and
I might
scale,
have-
what's going on?
I probably would have had to have Telly wrap it in foil because I probably would have put too many layers of foil on it or something. But
I tell you what, those hobo meals that we made, those were pretty good.
those
I
are
do
always
like it.
good.
Yeah, the way you guys had those little tins, though, I need to
Yeah.
get some of them for next time.
That's definitely makes it so much easier.
There you.
That boy's on fire.
Boom.
Realville, we'll have to keep messing around. I know me and him was talking earlier, trying to figure out how to get his StreamYard stuff to where he can stream and stuff.
Nice.
You need to put a hook in his back now.
I don't have a rod to do that with me.
Make it fun. Use the one you're using now.
Man, that'd be a mess. All that'd be. This is a
But yeah,
10-cent ultralight from Gander Mountain.
I don't know if you guys remember when you first set up StreamYard. Did you have to go on your computer and do some kind of like initial thing to get it working right? Don't you? Do you remember?
Yeah, I only ever really did mine off the computer. It wasn't until anytime I've used it to stream, I've done it off the computer. If I've been on other people's, I use my phone.
Yeah, I think I originally set it up on the computer and then logged into the account on my phone, and then I've just been able to use it ever since. So,
You know, it surprises me, honestly. It really does surprise me that they don't have a dedicated app for StreamYard.
yeah,
It's cool that they don't, but
oh, here we go. I hope everyone in the Iron Cat tomorrow night is getting sleep tonight, because I'm catching fish through Stan Day.
man,
Stan, I plan on beating all of you and being back at the boat ramp before 3 a.m. when the rain starts.
Man.
Just saying, bro.
It's a lot of talk, Chad.
Hey, you never know what's going to happen.
That's right. You never know what's going to happen.
hey Chris, don't forget D is fishing this though. There will be fish.
Well,
Did you
yeah,
hear this?
that's true. That's true.
I'm wondering what Stan's messaging my wife over here, bribing her, because she said, I might be too tired to go fishing with you tomorrow. So I think there's some bribery going on. So if I lose, now it's that Stan bribed D.
Rig.
Now I'm gonna get up tomorrow morning and go take the boat out and get some bait for
Well, I
tomorrow
hope you
night.
do a better job of that than you did down there at Land Between the Lakes.
I tell you what, I couldn't believe I seen so many schools of bait fish down there and came up with one measly shad that whole time.
That is wild.
The whole trip was relying on you to catch that bait. You failed.
I know.
Hey, Chad found skipjack though? They were $8 a piece, but
Yeah.
I thought the skipjack up here were expensive, and they catch them literally less than 10 miles from that bait shop's location, and the dude's charging $8 a piece. They were massive skipjack.
They were the biggest skipjack I've ever seen.
I mean, you seen the baits that I put out that, when me and you went out there, they were not small chunks. They were massive, massive chunks. They were pretty decent size, and I baited an entire set of 6 with one skipjack.
man,
And they were probably a good 2.5, 3-inch wide chunks. Chris, didn't I tell you that you'd be waiting a while if you sent Chad for bait?
She did.
Me, Daddy.
We did an entire live stream waiting on you, Chad, till the phone overheated.
well, that's been known to happen.
Especially when it's 90 something degrees.
Yes, it was hot.
Now Chris made me sick. So if I don't do real well tomorrow night, it's all Chris's fault.
They're all crying about the bugs and everything, and I don't have a single bite on me.
That's because the 3 of us are all sweet as can be, and you are not, and that's why they hate us a lot.
There's only 2 reasons that those bugs didn't bite me like they did you guys, and it's either I've got so much testosterone and I'm so manly that they avoided me. The other one's because I stunk so bad they didn't want to bite me.
Trust me, that is not the reason why, because I got eaten alive, and I know I was manly smelling right then and there.
It's that manly musk.
Yeah, that's right. Excuses start. Oh, yeah, we should have sent Dee for bait. Dee was preparing herself for the day, a.k.a. she was still snoozing, until I got all the way out in the water and said, come back. I need a Jeep. So, all right, we got 8:57. Get ready to call it a night.
Sorry, Dee.
And
You done? Don't stop with the bugs again. What?
what now?
She meant to say don't start with the bugs again.
Don't start with the bugs? Okay. Chris knew what you meant. So,
I said sorry, Dee.
You should have used each other for stingbait. I thought of it. Wait, I actually did get him in the water. We actually went swimming and everything, all of us. It was pretty fun. My kid stayed in the freaking water most of the time. Well, we actually got Chris and Telly and me and Dee. We all got in there. And lo and behold, that's when Telly started catching fish afterwards. Pretty amazing. So we must have attracted some stuff.
Yeah, Caitlin managed to find her way into the water the other night. A couple times.
Yes, she did.
She was not loving life on the way home.
Did you really crank the air up?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was hot. I didn't get in the water.
I think I finally got dried off about 3 hours on the drive home today as I finally started drying out. So, fellas, I want to appreciate you. Thank you for joining me tonight and coming here and yap with me and make fun of each other.
Had a good time, buddy.
Time, Chad.
I appreciate it. Good job on your catching fish. Chris, tell Telly she's awesome.
I will.
Short, but pretty cool in my book. I definitely had fun with you this week, man. So
we had a blast, Chad.
Do what?
Can't wait to do it again.
Hell yeah.
We'll
get together again for sure. But again, guys, thanks for coming in and watching us. Hopefully you left that thumbs up all 20 of you that's still left. All these people are out fishing. It's summertime. But, we come in here, we have a little bit of fun. There's Mr. Pappy. Hope you guys have a good week. We'll see you next week. I think we have somebody else lined up for next week. And right now it is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a.k.a. Shovelhead time.
Flathead time.
It's 8 p.m. Central Standard Flathead time. And right now, Panfish Nation is going live, so we will call it a night. Good luck tomorrow to you, Stan, too. We will see you over in the chat. Well, most of us will.
Good luck tomorrow, buddy. I'll be rooting for you.
We'll have some fun fishing tomorrow. You guys take care. See you next week.
Bye.
See y'all.